I just never thought I'd ever reverse diabetes. Hi, I'm Annabella. Welcome to my channel. In 2021, I got type 2 diabetes and it was just terrible. It was so depressing and scary and I hated every second of it. Thankfully, I started this year with no diabetes, which is just an incredible experience for me. I wasn't expecting it to happen quite so soon. I've been on the carnivore diet for a year and a half now, and at the beginning of last year I got off one diabetes tablet, and it just seemed to take absolutely forever to get off the other tablet, and occasionally I could go a day or two without a tablet, but then sure enough, whatever reason, blood sugar would go a bit higher. So it's just incredible to start this year off in such a positive note. To reverse diabetes, I'm the first person in my family to do that, and I hope I'll be able to encourage those in my family to go low carb or keto, don't see them going carnivore, or to at least incorporate more meat into their diet. So yeah, last year I got off my diabetes tablet. The first one I was on Januvia, and then this year I got off Forxiga, which is really exciting. At one point, I was on Ozempic. It was okay. It's just not the best drug in the world either, I don't think. And the very beginning, I was on metformin, which was a terrible drug. I had awful side effects from it, so I was really glad to go off of it. Plus, it just wasn't really helping me enough, so it was not fun. I would get very emotional if my blood sugar was high, and it took me a long time emotionally to be able to test my blood sugar because I had a thing with not liking the sight of blood for a while, and also the time that I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I was actually starving myself because, eating disorders come in all different shapes and sizes. They're not just a stick figure, that for me it was atypical anorexia. Certainly some people, they have binge eating disorder or bulimia and they're all just horrible. For me at that time, I was passing out because I wasn't eating. So I think I've heard anyway that if you starve yourself, it puts so much pressure on your pancreas that, you get type 2 diabetes. So I got it, and it was not fun because it's being made to eat a lot of carbs in recovery, as they call it. I had a good dietitian at the time, but he was still encouraging carbs with diabetes, which is a big mistake. And he tried to encourage me that I would be able to reverse the diabetes eating carbs, but that just wasn't going to happen, And then I did go carnivore briefly, or at least very low carb, and he could see the changes in my mental health, but it was pretty much a nightmare at times, because of having a restrictive eating disorder and then diabetes. So if I did like eating sort of recovery, which is eat lots of carbs, eat sugar, eat whatever you want, then I would get high blood sugar. And then whenever I was limiting my carbs, because at that point there are plenty of points where I was just full on starving myself. The more I starved, the better my blood sugar. So it's this sort of mixed bag, a terrible thing, because if I was starving myself, my diabetes would be great, but the rest of my health would be bad. So it was hell. But thankfully I found carnivore and it fixed up my brain. And it's helped me to do the unthinkable, like I make beautiful recipes on YouTube now. That is something that would never have happened on carnivore. And even though I'm in a lot of pain, I need quite a few surgeries, I feel amazing on carnivore. I've recently lost 10 kilos, a little bit over 10 kilos, which I think is over 20 pounds since end of November, and it hasn't really been that hard for me at all. Just recently started doing some gentle exercise that isn't hurting my body, so life's pretty exciting for me for the most part on carnivore. Just that I need my surgeries, so it's just hard living with surgeries, like the waiting for them. But I tell you, Carnivore has just been such a blessing for me, because in the first, say, 2 to 3 months of carnivore, I got off blood pressure medicine. And often with insulin resistance, you will get high blood pressure and you'll get diabetes and other issues. So they go hand in hand, they're cousins. So within 2 to 3 months of carnivore, I got off my blood pressure medicine. And these are medicines that you're on typically for life, guys. So, and just from eating meat, and I was able to do more walking back then, I got off my medicine, the blood pressure medicine, and then last year, beginning of January, off the diabetes tablet, the first one, and then this year to be off all medicine, which I never dreamt would be possible. I thought, well, it'll happen one day, but I thought whenever I go off the tablets, I'm going to struggle with high blood sugar. That's it. You know, it's just going to be really challenging. I'll have to be very strict. You know, although I am pretty strict, guys, I do feel I'm pretty strict on carnivore, but I just thought it's going to be really hard work. And instead, I'm at the 5s, or 4.7 or 4.9, which I don't know the American version, you know, but it's just been absolutely amazing. And it just means that for the rest of my life, I'm just going to be so much healthier, because I've reversed type 2 diabetes. You know, I think I still need to get my eyes tested every year. You know, next time I get my eyes tested, they need to do the photo thing, which does cost a bit more, just to make sure I'm okay. But, you know, and there is some damage. I can't say I had super high blood sugar, but, you know, I've definitely got some nerve damage in my feet. But other than that, I'm pretty good. So I want to encourage you, if you got diabetes, type 2, to definitely go carnivore. And even type 1, I've just heard a lot of good things, that people get a lot of relief, that they have minimal symptoms, you know, and they can live a healthy life on carnivore. So just want to encourage you. It may take a while. Everybody's different. Everybody heals at a different pace. I cannot go for walks, guys. So if I'd been able to go for walks, then I would have, no doubt, reversed that diabetes earlier. You know, I also had a lot of health issues, you know, and so that's meant it's been harder for me. You know, sometimes my pain levels would be out of control, and, you know, my blood sugar went high from that, or you're sick with a bug. But overall, carnivore has just been this incredible blessing for me, especially the diabetes, and it's just so exciting. I've not had a blood test to check my HbA1c for a while, so it's going to be exciting when I get them. Been doing a lot of 1 meal a day, so that definitely, I feel, helped me to just lower my blood sugar a bit more quickly, you know. So it's been awesome, and you just think about how much you suffer, how awful. I felt terrible. If my blood sugar was high, I felt terrible emotionally, and physically I felt bad. My kidneys would hurt. It would just be a nightmare. My vision would be blurred. It was just not fun, and it was so much hard work. I never knew if I was coming or going, and I was just always very sensitive to if my blood sugar went high, I could get really distressed. So, I mean, that was a good thing in a way, because it was deterrent. But, you know, it was still really hard work. It was a slog, you know, whereas with carnivore, it's just your blood sugar's nice and steady. And I highly recommend carnivore for this reason, you know. So it just sets you free. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and stick around, because I feel that there's going to be a year where so many exciting things happen. So keep watching. Make sure you subscribe, because I've got a lot of good recipes coming out. Yeah, so love you lots, guys. Bye. Mwah.